interview with. Many times I'll say, you know, how did you hear about us? Or did you happen to see our website? And it's the deer in the headlights stare. And at this point in time, there's so much information that's available at your fingertips with just the internet, and everybody has a website. So the legwork that's required is very, very little. So it still surprises me that the research is not always quite done the way I would like it to be done.
I think you make a good point. I mean, there was a time in order to get access to information, you had to pick yourself up, you know, put your shoes on and go to a library or go somewhere, like you mentioned earlier when we were having a chat about the Sybil Library in the city, the science industry and business. But now it is at your fingertips. I mean, it's really probably in the palm of your hand in the form of your phone or you know, reasonably a tablet or a desktop. So what kind of research would you expect someone to do?
Again, in terms of the company, go onto the website. You see, if you have an interest in special ed, that's the first go-round. So see what we do. What kind of schools do we work with? What type of disabilities do we work with? There's deeper levels to the agency that you may just not get from the name of the company. And so that insight shows me you've done some homework and the interest is even deeper there.
And isn't there a secondary piece of that too that also indicates that if I do bring you on board, or if I even consider bringing you on board to my company, that you're someone that I can give a project to that's going to do the research, do the analytics, understand what has to be done to produce a result.
I agree, absolutely.
And the other thing that you mentioned, which I think is very important, is you said they overlook details. For example, an online application.
Oh yes, yes. One thing that I instituted soon after I got there was to send the application along with the email confirming your interview. It saves them time, it saves us time. There should be no gaps in the resume or the application, and it still comes back sometimes not completed properly. It's quite mind-boggling.
It really is, you know, following instructions and when they're clearly laid out for you. And would you say that this is across the spectrum, whether you're dealing with someone who might be recently out of college or even someone who maybe is in an encore career?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say it does run the gamut of all genders, ages, backgrounds. It's that attention to detail that just that extra step would help.
If someone doesn't do that, are you likely to invite them back for round two?
They really have to dazzle me
Okay.
in the interview.
And so it's not an automatic no, but it is now you need to dazzle.
Yeah.
Where maybe before you only had to razzle. A little bit about your background and experience in the hiring process in the academic area.
I think one of the biggest mistakes that I see is that people underestimate themselves, and they underestimate the skills they have. So whether you're talking about someone coming out of high school, someone coming out of college, or an experienced professional, perhaps someone who maybe has left the workforce to take care of a family and then come back to the workforce.